Welcome back to the show, guys. I'm your host, Valentine. Expecting you guys are having a wonderful and blessed day. Let's get right into it right away. 3 points. 3 point why this quarantine is literally impossible if the government doesn't step up to the plate. Let's get into point number 1. The state's overreach and power, and sometimes draconian measures and unconstitutionality of laws that they just come and proclaim like they're kings and queens out of nowhere. They expect us to just follow these things without the government themselves stepping up. For example, let me give you some example of some of the draconian laws that the governments and state and local governments they're trying to force upon us, and we should just supposed to stay home and take it. For example, in Michigan, it's illegal for you to go gardening in front of your house. In front of your house, you cannot go gardening. If you have 2 homes, if you are blessed like that to have 2 homes, that you have to travel from one home to another home, that's illegal. You could get ticketed, or I don't know if jailed for that. They're talking in places also like Chicago, they're talking about jailing people for throwing parties, which I think is insensitive of the people. And we're going to get to that point. But to come out and say and proclaim laws out of thin air like they're kings and queens, that's not constitutional, and we should not just stand by and take all these laws. I think we should use our head and see what makes sense, what doesn't make sense. If you don't want to go outside, then guess what? Stay inside. Stay inside. Don't go outside. If you're scared to go outside, don't go outside. New York is the epicenter. Not everywhere is New York. There's places in the middle of the country where it's not the same. Let's get to point number 2, and that's the ignorance of some of the people, which sometimes forces almost the hand of the government. I went out on Sunday, and you see people throwing parties out here. Parties out here. I'm like, why would you do that without no mask, without no nothing? Like nothing is going on, right? So this forces the government to come down with their heavy hand also. And don't get me wrong. I think the government should not come down heavy like that. But it's like some of these people are not giving a choice to the government because they're acting like, nothing is happening. All right. So that's point number 2, the ignorance of some of the protesters, right? Or some of these people that want these things to be open. Number 3, the fact that people need to go to work. This might be the biggest one. People need to put food on the table. My boy Trump has come out big on this, right? He has come out full force, and he has given people the money, right? He has given a good amount of people to pay the rent, and I don't even know if to pay the rent, but at least he has given something. But this $1,200 doesn't last forever, and people literally because people are really ready, willing to take their chances. Why do I say that? For example, if they stay home and they don't got no money, they will 100% die of hunger. On the other hand, if they go out and they battle it out with the virus, they have like more than a 90%, like they probably have like 97% chance of survival. So they're gonna have to take the 90% chance of survival instead of the 100% chance rate of staying home and being dead. To be honest, and it took me by surprise, to be honest, the way that, or not by surprise, because I was expecting a little bit more, at least when it was coming down to the governments, at least with the local governments and establishing, maybe a memorandum on rents, memorandums on bills, add it at the end of the year, or add it or owe it or something. But none of that stuff has happened. So if you're asking the public to stay in, and yet you're not providing for their needs, or in a way pausing their needs if possible, then you're asking them to literally do something that's humanly, biological, physiologically impossible for them to do, because they need to go out and work. What do you guys think? Is there anything that I'm missing? Guys, we're doing a big time push on this channel to take this channel to 1,000 subscribers. Believe it or not, this channel does not have 1,000 subscribers, but with your help, we're going to make it to 1,000 subscribers. If you're already subscribed, please share the content. And if you're not, what does it hurt to press subscribe on that red button right now? Go ahead, do it. I'm going to wait. Go ahead, do it now. All right, thank you. If it doesn't work out, you just unsubscribe and you keep going, right? I mean, at the end of the day, this is a free country. We have the freedom to do and choose as we want, not because the Constitution gives it to us, but because God gives it to us. God bless. Godspeed me, Valentine. I'm out.